Hello Squamish. My name is Colin McCarthy. I'm Chief Building Inspector at the District of Squamish. I'm also someone who was born and raised in Squamish, and over many years I've heard lots of important conversations circulate around the community, and one important one lately has been about our public works facility. So I'm here today to take you on a tour, gain some perspective of my own, and also share that with you about what our public works facility is and what it does. So let's head on in.
Hey Colin, welcome to Public Works.
Hey Ben, it's time to do that tour. What's going on in here?
All right, come on. Welcome to the Public Works Administration trailer.
Wow, it's been here a while.
It has. I believe this trailer was actually once owned by the RCMP, and it's been repurposed as Public Works for the last 20 or so years. Multi-purpose, multitask.
How many departments?
Everything we do. I believe we have 7 departments that work out of Public Works. So we've got fleet services, we've got utilities, so water and sewer, which includes drinking water supply and distribution, wastewater collection, wastewater treatment. We've also got roads and drainage. We've got parks and trails, and electrical and automation. And we also have a small team of technical staff that look after the water conservation program, the source control program, cross connection control program.
Important stuff. Can we go look at the rest? So Ben, Waterworks I know a little bit about, being a building inspector. I know they do water main breaks, they do new installations. They're a crew that's super dynamic and busy. And I know this is where they live. What can you tell us about that?
Well, come on inside, let's go look. So this is our waterworks shop. It's a multi-purpose facility. We've got a tool room over here, complete with a pipe cutter. The kitchen's over there. This is our staff drying area. Often in Squamish, you know, we have water main breaks in the middle of winter. Could be a 100-millimeter rain day. The breaks got to get fixed. Lunch table, meeting table, offices over here, locker rooms over here.
Wow.
Everything under one roof.
Not a lot of space for a busy crew in a busy community.
No, we have to be well organized for sure.
So Ben, this place has been here for a while. Does the equipment that we have in the fleet now, is it able to get maintained in this shop?
Out of this shop, we maintain about 60 of our heavy duty fleet. The lighter duty stuff, we don't have capacity to look after, so it goes out to local shops. But no, we can't fit certain pieces of equipment in the shop. For example, we can't lift the dump box in the shop to work on the chassis underneath. Some of the fire trucks are too long, so you know, if you want to do differential oil change, you have to pull it in, do the front, turn it around, back it in to do the rear. Mm-hmm. And you can't actually, with the fire trucks, because they're a cab over configuration, you can't lift the cab over to get access to the engine to maintain the engine. So if we need to do that, it has to happen outside of the shop.
I see. What's this machine here?
So this is our sweeper. We use it to obviously sweep streets, but it also is used for cleaning out catch basins in the storm system. And we can use it for some small excavations for hydro excavating as well. The key with it is because it has water on board, it can't be left out in the cold. Otherwise it'll freeze and crack the plumbing. So it has to be parked indoors and in at least above freezing.
Is there a parking garage other than the workshop?
No.
So if this has to be stored indoors during the cold months, then you're down to 2 bays.
Yeah, then we're taking down a bay of our shop to keep it warm.
Let's see. And what's at this end of the shop?
This last bay of the shop is our welding bay, our carpentry bay, and our sign shop. We've also got a tire balancing, tire mounting unit here. So it's a very multi-purpose space at this point.
And I'm interested in this because it looks to me like you got a spare sign for almost everywhere, and it looks like they're made here in-house. Can you just tell us a bit about the sign shop?
Sure. So we don't actually make our signs in-house, but we do put them together and make them feel really ready to go out into the community to install. if you didn't know, the roads department in Public Works looks after all of the street signage in the community, including traffic lights. Some examples of signs that we look after are transit signs for bus stops and also active transportation routes. We've got standards for the airport, the hospital, and parking areas. Signs for all the school zones. And then obviously, street signs for naming all the named streets in Squamish. So you may recognize some of them. You might live on these streets. We have spares.
Could I get a couple no parking signs to put in front of my driveway?
I suggest you submit a work order.
So it seems like every square inch of the space is used. This looks like something that was built on after the building was done. It's built up here into the rafters. What are these two rooms?
Sure, so this used to be mezzanine space. Now it's been converted. We've got women's change rooms on this side, and then on this side we've got kind of dual purpose storage. So the water department stores a lot of their hard copy plans in this room, as well as metering pumps and water main clamps. But the fleet department uses it as well for some of their overflow from their storage room.
So another room with low headroom, and it looks well used. What is this room we're in now?
This is our staff locker room for our fleet and roads and drainage department.
Hey, yet another storage facility. Seems like it was another add-on to the existing building to make storage work here. Looks kind of old. Can you give us a little rundown on what you're using this for?
Sure, it's kind of overflow for our sign shop. We've also got tire storage here, some roads and drainage equipment. We've got a skid for the fire department, their wildland fire unit. We've got some more utility storage as well. There's an ICI and multifamily meter installation program that's ongoing. So they're storing their meters that are yet to be installed here. Funny story about this building is that it was falling down a number of years ago. I mean, number one, the roof leaks and we have to go up kind of a couple times a year to fix that. But if you look, they're all new and a different color from the old ones because they had to be replaced so the facility wouldn't fall over.
So Ben, walk me through the facility itself, but I understand I've actually seen some drawings of the big plan for the expansion that needs to happen here. Would you be able to just point out for me and the people watching what is going to happen here in the end?
Sure, Colin.
This summer we will begin the wastewater treatment plant expansion. Right where we're standing will be a secondary wastewater processing tank to increase treatment capacity for the growing community. The expansion also requires the relocation of one of the salt sheds and the wash bay at the Public Works yard. The new Public Works facility will be built between the salt shed and the road. The new building will include 5 maintenance bays to accommodate all of the work functions we've just toured around, including a high bay to accommodate the district's largest vehicles. It will also include an administration building that will house the offices and workstations, technical and monitoring systems such as SCADA, and staff washrooms and locker rooms. One area that will be avoided during construction is the environmentally sensitive habitat to the north of the site.
It's been good. Thanks for taking me around.
You're very welcome.